This is Silvermane. Welcome to Godfall 101.
Hey all, welcome back to Godfall 101. I hope you're all doing okay and keeping yourself and your loved ones safe. I wanted to make this video to say thank you to everyone that has subscribed and watched the last video. It has been my biggest video so far, and I really appreciate all the comments and discussion that have been going on. I'm really excited about Godfall, and I know a lot of you are as well. I'm still on the side of don't pre-order the game yet, but I'll never tell someone what to do with their hard-earned cash. If you are excited and you want to pre-order, go for it. I support you in that. Full disclosure, I pre-ordered the game, but I did so knowing that I'll be putting out a review of the game, hopefully to help others make an informed decision on whether they should spend their money on the game or on something else. You know, marketing professionals have been doing a really good job at convincing us that if we don't get a game on release, that we'll miss out on something important or the conversation or whatever happens online, right? Godfall even has multiple pre-order bonuses designed to get you to pre-order. And in a lot of cases, those items eventually might make their way to all the players. So good job marketers, I guess, giving us this huge sense of FOMO. Anyway, as we get closer to launch, more and more people are going to be looking for information on Godfall. And more importantly, in my opinion, people to play with. Now, some of you may know me from my long-form video game podcast, The Freelancer Codex. We have an active Discord with a lot of differing game channels and a dedicated Godfall channel there as well. I'll include the link to the Discord in the description of this video in case you want to go there and be part of the conversation. And also don't forget we have a Godfall giveaway going on over on Twitter. That will end October 7th, and then I'll be doing another one just before the launch of the game. I just like giving things away, and I'm pretty excited about the game. Alright, so first up, I had a video script ready to record tonight talking about the lore of Godfall, but the new The Fall trailer dropped, so I'm going to pivot and talk about that first, because holy crap, that's awesome. So let's go ahead and dive in, right? So we start off with some sweet narration from Old Blood himself, Silvermane, saying it was all a lie. What a cool opening line, but also one that can be dangerously memeable. Don't let us down, Counterplay. You don't want this line to be something that gets repeated over and over again about your game. You know the internet. We all do, right? Silvermane then says, Macros sold us a vision he never believed in. So from this trailer, we get the sense that Macros, the Mad God himself, is wearing the Hinterclaw Valorplate, and our main character is in the Silvermane plate. It appears that at one point there was an alliance of these warriors. We also see very large armies that have been battling. But first, let's point out how different these plates look compared to the plates that we've seen in all the other promotional material. These are next level god tier Valor plates compared to what we've seen before. So I want to stop here and think of some of the implications of this one shot overlooking this battlefield. We have several possibilities of things that are happening here. So a couple theories. A, this is during the time of the Archons, and the two characters we are seeing are in fact Archons. I say this because we know that the Archons made Valorian armies to fight their wars. So this is possibility number one. Number two, this is the beginning of the 1,000-Year War that Phoenix spoke about in the reveal trailer. It began with the betrayal of Macros before he was a god, and Macros gaining access to the Skybreaker monolith made him into a god. I don't put a lot of sway into this one. This is just one of the other theories. The theory that I think I line up with most is theory number 3, that these are the leaders of the Valorians, and they defeated the Archons and won the plates for them, making them into gods. And these events are after thousands of years of Valorian reign and rise and fall of the different peoples. And this is just another chapter of the power struggle to control the monolith. And it's just rulers being petty, really. We know that from the lore entries, the Valorians' goal after defeating the Archons was to build a society. And that's what it looks like here. We know that the creatures from the Water Realm had control of the city in the beginning of this particular conflict, just because of the bodies that are scattered around the battlefield. So maybe it's just a tale of oldest time that brothers weren't able to live in each other's shadows. But going back to the battlefield for a second, the Skybreaker monolith looms over the skyscape, and an entire city has been built around it. And it appears to be the end goal of this army is to capture the monolith. We see creatures on the ground, like I said, that we've seen in the water realm, dead on the ground. So at this particular time, we don't know what faction is in control of the city, but the creatures that we've seen in the water realm are definitely fighting to defend the city. Then our narrator tells us he would destroy us, we just didn't know it yet. So it appears that Macros and Silvermane were successful, being seen holding the hand of Macros victoriously atop the city walls. Even though Macros was able to take the city, it appears that maybe Macros left for a time and either created an army or raised an army to attack the Skybreaker monolith, which makes me wonder what happened that Macros had to leave. Did he choose to leave? He appears to be a hero at the time of the taking of the city the first time. So was Macros sent on a mission to conquer other realms? How did he become so angry enough to want to fight against his allies? Did Macros learn something in his travels that would change how he felt? I do want to point out here in this shot of the city, though, we can see that these broken areas of the landscape look like something impacted with the ground and caused the ground to break up and be lifted up into these jagged shards. It looks like the city is built over whatever made the impact. That's where it would have landed. Or maybe it's where the monolith landed. So what role does Cosmera play in all this? It appears that Macros makes his attack from this very trench. It just looks like something large landed here and they built something around it. So something important landed and it became an object of immense power or something worthy of being built around. So with brother against brother, so I wonder if this is like, these are brothers, or they're just like brothers. You know what I mean? So let's take a look at this throne room. Like, they have a 3D map. Notice that there appears to be 4 levels indicated on it, corresponding to the 4 realms, maybe? Okay, now, if you will allow me just a minute, they summon their weapons from the spirit realm, just like a shard blade. Seeing their weapon swapping in full cinematic glory is so freaking cool. Hats off to the animation team on this one. Tying the audacity of being able to carry multiple massive weapons at a time into a real actual lore is so cool. You know, we never question carrying around thousands of bullets and guns and looter shooters because it's a game. But it's cool that they are tying it into the world lore. Also notice the large lion statue and the large wolf statue in this throne room, depicting that, okay, Macros and Silvermane, I don't even know if he's going to be named Silvermane. Like, we're not calling Macros Hinterclaw, even though he has that plate, which also makes me think that maybe I don't know, there's a lot of things I believe, but the timelines don't match up with these guys being Archons anyway. So these guys were close. They built massive statues in homage to Macros and to Silvermane. So they were close. They were ruling these cities together. So real quick, this hasn't been confirmed. It's just a theory of mine that they are pulling weapons from the spiritual realm. In the PlayStation Lifestyle interview from December 2019, Keith says, the world is split up into the realms of earth, water, fire, and spirit. So I often forget about the spirit realm because they don't talk about it much. But I think our hero characters are pulling their weapons from that realm, and I think the Seventh Sanctum resides in that realm also, a place where only certain people can go and access. So with the defeat of Silvermane and Macros taking the monolith, Silvermane teams up with Greyhawk and Phoenix from an unknown location. Now we compare the armor Silvermane pre-fall to the armor Dawn now, and this is a pretty visual difference like I mentioned before. And it makes me wonder, are we going to get access to maybe these ascended versions of the armor for each Valorplate? Yeah, that would be pretty dope. So let me gush for a quick minute. The cinematics are amazing. It did for me exactly what it needed to do. It needed to look amazing. It needed to give players a narrative. We know that Macros betrayed us, and we're gonna go defeat him. It showed us parts of the world, and made me smile from ear to ear seeing amazing looking armor and weapons battle it out on an outcropping with lightning in the background. For me personally, it checked off all the boxes a cinematic trailer needed to check. For me personally. I know people, me included, will say we need to see more about the game. But I'm going to put that part of my brain aside for right now and fully enjoy the amazing work that this team accomplished during a pandemic, no less. This cinematic is going to stay with me for a very long time. For me, this is Warcraft 3 trailer from 1999 levels of good. Do I still need to know more about the game? Yes. But I'm going to let the team have this win and just sit back and enjoy this trailer again and again. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video. I love speculating about lore in games and in any type of fiction really, so tell me what you think in the comments below. Does this new story trailer intrigue you? Does it get you more excited? Does it get you less excited? Do you think the Archons are going to be making an appearance in the game? Do you think we're looking at Archons, or these aren't Archons at all? Anyway, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you like this video, go enter and win a copy of Godfall for yourself, and head over to the Discord link if you want to find other people to play with when the time comes. As always, please be safe and be kind to each other.